Kia Sorry guys, it's about 5:30 in the morning and I've come downstairs to do this record because I was meant to record it yesterday, but I had so much trouble with my phone. It just would not charge. I had it charging for like 14 hours and it just wouldn't charge. It's been driving me up the wall. I think it's a solar eclipse that's coming. It's absolutely messed me up, but I just wanted to do this video about the solar eclipse that's coming up on the 2nd of July. Normally when I do these videos, I like to tell you about, each star sign, when these phases come up, what each one means and blah blah blah. So we've got the solar eclipse in Cancer, and I'm not this. I'm just gonna say it outright. Okay, I don't like solar eclipses. They make me very uncomfortable. They make me very anxious and very nervous. Um, in craft terms, you have the sun, which is the life creator. She brightens everything. She starts life off. She is like the Big Bang of creation. Without the sun, we wouldn't have seeds growing and, seasons and cycles and spring and summer and all that sort of stuff all come about through the sun cycle. She can control, the climate on the planet, and I don't believe in climate change or any of that kind of bollocks. I believe in planet cycles, and I think that if we dealt with things like plastic bottles and stop pumping chemicals into our oceans and stuff, climate change wouldn't be a thing. It just, the ozone repaired itself years ago. I don't believe in that sort of stuff, but the sun brightens everything up. She highlights everything. When you want something bad enough, it's the sun that you ask for, because she plants that seed for your hopes and dreams and wishes to grow. Okay, whereas the moon illuminates, and it draws out things that are hidden in the dark, and it brings out your darkest elements, and it brings out your aspects of your life or people in your life that are not being honest or true or anything like that. The moon is the basically the truth seeker. Okay, and there's a lot of power that comes with the sun cycles and the moon cycles, as you know. Now, the thing I don't like about solar eclipses is that it's the one time of year where you have a very brief, narrow window where the worlds between life and death are opened up. And for a brief second, anyone who controls life also controls death. And it is when life is brought into death, and by which I mean solar eclipses are more likely, and lunar eclipses in general that involve the sun and the moon. Solar eclipses are when you're most likely going to have sacrifices, and I can feel it. And I don't know about anyone else, but if you know me and my home, you know that I'm surrounded by animals, I'm surrounded by birds, but my house has gone very quiet. There's a solemnness in the air, there's a sadness in the air. It is very, very rare for me to see a bird at the moment. Usually when I go out, my backyard's full of birds because they're eating all the worms and, those dried worms and stuff that I put out for them, and the fat ball sticks and all that sort of thing, and they're not out there. And it's starting to make me very nervous. I don't like solar eclipses. It is when animals and people are being sacrificed. A lot of people who are willing sacrifices do so because they believe that It's basically a deal where they will say to the person taking their life, or to their god or their king or whoever it is that they're worshipping, it's usually the dark side, what they usually say is, right, you can take my life, and then you can call on my spirit when you need to do the spell, or you need the power of the underworld, you know, because they'll believe that they'll go to where they're needed in death, and then when spell time comes about, or you need that power of the underworld, you will call on the energy of the spirit of the person that you sacrificed. However, there's no such thing as a willing sacrifice. Animals don't willingly give their lives to be sacrificed. Humans don't willingly give their lives to be sacrificed, and it is mostly homeless people, people who can't defend themselves, children, prostitutes, that sort of thing, the people that are deemed not going to be missed unless they're high prizes, celebrities, that sort of thing. And for that reason I don't like solar eclipses. I don't celebrate them. All I do during the solar eclipse is send out my white light of protection to try and protect as many innocent people as we can. And this is where I need your guys' help. If you are a white lighter, if you consider yourself to be someone spiritual, the solar eclipse is on the 2nd of July, and between now and the time of the solar eclipse we need to send out a white light of protection to protect the innocent at this time, because there's going to be a lot of plans being made for certain sacrifices and certain ceremonies at the time of the solar eclipse that these innocents need protection from. And if you are spiritual, if you are Wick, you are the guardians to children, you're the guardians to planet, you're the representatives of death on earth, you're the messengers of death for the living, and vice versa. And it is absolutely our job to make sure that all the innocent are protected. So I need you guys to send out white lights of protection between now and the event, because we need to start putting it out there so that animals and the innocent aren't being plucked off the streets and pulled out of their homes so that some sick, twisted person can pretend to think that they're gaining power from it. So I need your guys' help. So, you know, send the white light out of protection to protect the innocent. It is absolutely only the right thing to do. These things are done so that people can gain power and influence and riches and stuff, and we need to make sure that doesn't happen. So I just want to say, with my hand on my heart, cursed be the one who hurts the life of an innocent to suffer the same fate. For there is no fate worse than the one who was cursed, who harmed the life of an innocent.